Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yesleal. In this incarnation, I am here today to talk about Pluto in Capricorn. So this is a big event that we are going to experiment. It is a big deal for the people that are incarnated at this time, in this space-time, in this transition of the planetary ascension. So Pluto is this planet of death and transformation, and we are going to deepen in this. But first, let's talk about of how Pluto moved during 2023 and 2024, because in 2023 it entered to the degree 0 of Aquarius from March to June. Then from June to January it returned to Capricorn, and this 2024, from January to this point, we experimented Pluto in Aquarius, so we could know it in a better way. It visibilized the aspects linked with artificial intelligences, technology, new forms of power. So we are just in the beginning, actually, and that's why I put. Actually, the title comes from a song that I did with a rock band that I had many years ago. But I remember that song because it was very Plutonian. It had this quality of transformation too. And I wasn't in contact with spirituality. I did with astrology. So, well, let's go back to Pluto. From January to this point, we have experimented Pluto in Aquarius. I did a video talking about Pluto in Aquarius if you want to watch it. Right now, I'm going to dedicate myself to talk about this transit. So it is retrograde Pluto right now, and it is going to stay here in Capricorn until November 19th. And that day, it is the day when it is going to enter in Aquarius definitely until 2044. So again, this is a very big event. And beyond the aspects that the moon could create, the moon moves very fast through each sign, we are going to have tense aspects with Venus in Libra in September, with the sun, what moves to Libra in October. And probably one of the most intense and uncomfortable ones is going to be with Mars. Mars is going to move to Cancer and then to Leo, where it is going to be a retrograde. And it is going to make a series of oppositions that go from the final part of 2024 to 2025. I'm going to talk about that later, but I wanted to mention this because when we talk about a slow planet, a transpersonal planet as Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, we feel them in our individual lives when these planets are making contact with personal planets as Mars, as Venus, as Mercury, or the luminaries, the sun, the moon. Wait a minute, 1 second. Okay. So when a planet is changing signs, we all feel it. And the degree 29, where it is going to stay, it is an anaretic degree, a karmatic degree. So it is important to check if you have planets in the last degrees of Capricorn or other cardinal signs as Cancer, Libra, and Aries, because the purge is going to happen right there. But we are all going to feel this transit. This I can tell. So Pluto is a planet that brings to us experiences in which we could submerge in the depths of our own darkness to illuminate it. And so we can reemerge to in this rebirth process. It is a planet of death, but also rebirth. So Pluto also represents the power and our relationship with the power. Many times it shows us through painful experiences, the extremes, the disempowering the aspect in which we could feel controlled or threat by something or someone or an illness. It is about our deepest fears, or the other extreme, wanting to control something, obsession, attachment, manipulation. And all of this, in the end, shows us the necessary imbalance so we can return to our inner power, which is the truly conscious power, which is putting the focus in what we can really do at the present moment, and the things that we cannot control, just let them go. It is a practice, and many times could be a challenging one. So in the collective levels, Pluto, from 2008, has exposed the darkness and the distortions linked with the systems, politics, in terms of health, educational, economics, authorities, all the axes of power. It showed how the industries, even how the industries of entertainment are linked with those systems, and how they operated disconnected from the spiritual, building structures at the service of the materialisms and impositions of, social success and status that, they started to fall, and they are going to keep falling, because in this process, when Pluto enters in Aquarius, we are going to start an era, an age of empowerment of the souls, and to identify what we came here to do, what is our function, what is that thing that we can do that contributes with ourselves, but also with the collective. So clearly, not everything is going to collapse in a month, but many things are coming to light, and many things that we were already perceiving, that many of us know, the power and the manipulation that is made, feeding the industry of arms. I don't know what I don't know the word in English. Well, I just forgot it. I just forget it. Well, the technology that is used at the service of wars, and that those organizations that are supposed to take care of the people in the world, but they are not doing that. You just have to investigate a little bit, and that information is, attainable for everyone. So it is also important to know that all of these things that are happening, it is not, I'm not mentioning them because they are controlling us or because we cannot do anything. In fact, everything can be changed. And the power to do that is in every individual. So we are going that way, it is a process. Again, it is a process. Yeah, but at least I am doing something right. It is very common for the people that don't have a purpose precisely to try to destroy others' works, because when a soul doesn't find what it came to do, the energy is directed to spaces in which it is not constructing anything. Well, coming back to this topic, I wanted to give this perspective that is linked with the structures in terms of family. Our culture has built these kind of structures that are not helping for the families to sustain a conscious growth. Parents that have to work hours and hours, and they don't have time to raise children, kids, with the attention that they require. And if this happens with one only parent, it is worse. So Pluto in Aquarius is going to show us, I know that this reality is very far away from what we are experimenting in our reality, in our worldwide reality, but Pluto in Aquarius is going to show us the need to generate communities. So we are going to make new structures in many, many levels that we are not fully understanding right now. So in the individual level and coming back to the present, um, all demons could be awakened, aspects that are not totally transcended, old ways of being, an old paradigm as people, as persons that finally has to die. And this is about identifying situations, people, and experiences that are still retiring as the power, the energy to move forward, manipulations and abuses that are still allowed, and that we need to establish a boundary, because Capricorn is the boundary. Capricorn is the goals, the objectives that we are moving forward to. But right now we are understanding that they have to be aligned with the soul, that they have to be in connection with the divinity inside. So it doesn't matter if we are talking about the kid, the father, or an environment. Boundaries are going to be very, very important. So the old roles in society, I mean, jobs that are not responding to what the soul came here to do, concepts of responsibility that are ancient, I mean, actions that are simulating responsibility, but actually they go in the contrary direction of what the soul wants to do and what the evolutionary process requires. So this applies for relationships and every area of life. It is going to be vital to work on the attachment or detachment, or the resistance to let go of, because that is what is going to determine the levels of suffering that are experimented. So if there are structures that are sustained to fit in society because it is what it is supposed to be done, or they are attached to these old systems, then we are going to be impulsed to let them go. So we can reveal ourselves, reveal in terms of reveal light and reveal ourselves in a new form. And again, this is a process. This is going to continue with Pluto and Aquarius. That in its first years, it is going to propose like new leaps into the void that are going to put in tension everything that has not been released until this point. So it is very important to understand that, these steps or this process, it is going to be given with harmonic aspects that are accompanying us. And Pluto actually is perfecting this trine with Neptune and with Uranus. So everything is happening so we can be a more conscious humanity. And everything is happening so we can understand that everything is unity, and our individual lives have an impact, and love does generate changes. Love makes the difference. So I just wanted to leave this message today. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.